Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Vickcook. Today, I'm going to show you guys how I make my pancakes. I love pancakes. Pancakes are very delicious. There's a lot of debate about pancakes versus waffles, and a lot of people say waffles are better. But just remember, before you make the waffles, you first have to get pancake batter. So, respect to the originator. So basically, now this is just a regular pancake. Well, actually, it's cinnamon. I added some cinnamon in it. So that's how I do that. I'm just gonna show you guys how I make it. So I usually like to start off with low heat. Try not to get the skillet burning too much, but butter does burn. And then I just put a little bit of butter in it. And then before the butter burns, I hurry up and kind of pour my pancake batter in there. And I just pour like a little amount. Now the consistency that I think I'm going for is like paint. You want it to pour and drip, kind of just like how paint would. And then you know it's good to go. So as you can see, it kind of just runs off the fork a little bit. It's no lumps in there. And for the pancake mix, I pretty much just use just some regular powder pancake mix, and you just add water. I add milk instead of water though. That's my little secret. And then for cinnamon, now sometimes I'll add this to the batter, but I'm gonna make a couple of these plain. So I'll make some plain pancakes and I'll make some cinnamon pancakes. So right over here, I got my bacon that's just been sitting on low heat. So that looks good. So that's actually about done. I like to cook my bacon slow because usually I have a lot that can't really fit in the pan. And you see my other video, you'll see why I do it like this. And that way it just kind of cooks in the grease and it doesn't get burnt, and it all cooks evenly, even though it's not enough room in the pan for all of them to fit. So as I'm cooking, I just kind of stir it around and everything. So that bacon's looking about done. So I'm gonna just move that to the back, and then we'll use this for our eggs in a little bit. So I'll cut that on low heat. Yeah, actually, I could probably cut this off. I'll cut it off in a little bit. So now we're back to our pancake, and I'm gonna raise it up to medium. So you want to flip the pancake when you start seeing little bubbles in it, and you also see it like rise a little bit. I like to cook it on low heat because then you got more time to play with. Sometimes you can actually see when it's getting almost ready if you just lift it up a little bit. And I could flip it now, but I'm gonna let it get a chance to get a little bit more brown. Now usually I'm used to doing it on low because usually I'll make like one big pancake, just a whole big skillet full of pancake, and then I'll cook it low for that reason. It comes out really good, nice golden and everything. But for this video, I'm just gonna make a bunch of little ones. All right, so I'm gonna cut off my back burner with the bacon, and the bacon's still gonna cook in there, so that's good. So I'm gonna cut this up to medium. Now, if I had a bigger skillet, I could probably do a couple of these at once. So yeah, that looks pretty good. We'll go ahead and flip it now. There we go, beautiful. And I probably could fit another pancake on the side, but I'm just gonna do it one at a time just so I don't have batter running into it. And that way the pancake could be a nice perfect circle each time. You know, I could start making oval pancakes, which are all right. They taste good, taste just the same, but it's nobody likes oval pancakes. So I'm gonna put that back on low. Now over here, we're gonna start our eggs. Might as well get the eggs going, right? So I'm just going to cut off a little bit of butter just to put in there. And sometimes I'll cook my eggs in a flat thing, but this time I'm gonna use this little pot just so I can get them a little fluffier, and I kind of just whip them a little bit. So I'm gonna let that butter melt. And then I got my 3 eggs, and I added some milk in here, so I'm just gonna stir that up a little bit. Just checking this pancake. There we go, beautiful. And then we'll put that in there. And rinse and repeat. Alrighty, so you know what? I will actually bring that to the back burner, and we'll do our eggs up here. Alrighty. So now for the pancake mix again. There we go. Now I heard like a little sizzle, so I'm gonna check it often to make sure it doesn't burn. And I like to shake it. Sometimes that helps the batter even out a little bit. So we'll leave that there, that on low, and now we're gonna do our eggs. So here's how I do my eggs. I mean, you guys see me do eggs before, but this is another way I like to do them, just to make them really fluffy and whatnot. Or not fluffy. I want them to be really soft and creamy, if that makes sense. So pretty much we're just moving it around, and then I'm just gonna stir them around. Check out my pancake. My pancake's got all those holes in it that as you can see, it's got all those holes in it and stuff, so it's ready to flip. So we will do that now. There we go, beautiful. And that's how it looks. Works every time. And with my eggs, I'm kind of stirring them around, moving the pot around just so they don't get too cooked too much. Because normally I would cook it in this pan, but that pan I'm using for the pancakes. And my other pan is the dishwasher, so don't feel like washing the dish this early yet. There we go. And now I'm getting like some of the eggs are starting to cook on the bottom, so I'm just moving that around just to make sure they stay really nice and fluffy or soft, you know. Then sometimes for my pancake, I'll add a little bit of butter on top, just if I want to. Also, you can kind of tell like with the pancake, if this is really buttery, if you slide it like this, if it separates or moves around, they'll let you know that it's that lets you know if it's ready to be flipped. But it's probably not, because I don't have that much butter on here. So it's actually ready now, but I'll let that warm up a little bit, and we'll continue to work our eggs. So yeah, as you can see, we got a nice, beautiful consistency with the eggs. They're gonna be nice and creamy. And then at this point, I like to add a little bit of pepper, because you know, who doesn't like pepper in eggs, right? And then by me taking it off the heat, that kind of slows up the cooking a little bit, because eggs are really delicate. Alright, so my pancake. Alrighty, we'll put that one in there. Alrighty, so that's that. That's about it. The eggs are gonna be done soon. Actually, they're almost done now. And then, so this one I'll make it a cinnamon pancake. We'll just pour that right in there. And that's good, because that's the last of the batter. I probably should have mixed it in, but if I add a little bit of cinnamon on that, that's good enough to add a little cinnamon flavor to the pancake. And you know what? My camera's almost out of memory. I gotta delete some videos. So that'll be, and there we go. Beautiful eggs. They're really nice and soft, creamy. That's good. It could cook for a little bit longer, but if I just set it around, then it's gonna cook. It's gonna continue to keep cooking. There we go. So I'm gonna set that over there. It's gonna continue to keep cooking because the pan is still hot. And that's pretty much it. So thank you for coming in to Vickcook. I'm gonna make a couple more pancakes, and yeah, it'll be cool.